Hi, I'm Craig. I was living next to the dead body for roughly 3 months before we actually found out that the person was dead. We're starting to get strange smells and blue bottles all about the house.
What was the smell?
It was just like... See what your rotten veg? It smelled like that, so with it being at the weekend, I thought it was my veg off the weekend and things, and
So somebody was living next door. You were getting on with your life, and then the smell started appearing.
yeah.
And did you check? Did you think, what the heck is it?
No, it was... It was only the weekend before he was found that the smell had actually started, and like I said, the blue bottles were...
So what were the blue
Everywhere.
bottles doing?
They were coming in through the wall, as if they were coming through the wall. Because, I mean, the window, although it's open, they
So
weren't coming in
They
from
were
the
coming
window.
into your apartment,
Yeah,
right?
they were coming in from the... Sorry. They were coming in from the bottom corner in the window here.
Right.
Somewhere, as you see, I've replastered things
So
across
these-
that seam just to try and stop things like that happening
These
again.
blue bottles were just appearing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you had this smell. Did you know the person at all? What was the person about? Do you think?
I
Anything
couldn't
about?
say. He kept himself to himself, and you seen him roughly once a week. He would stand when he's going back. We shot him on the ramp, having a cigar.
Old, young, how old?
I would say he was in his late 70s.
Late.
Late 70s.
Right.
I would, by the looks of him, but could have been deceiving. Because some people look older than what they are, and vice
No.
versa.
No kids, no family.
Not that I know of. I don't think he had any family. I never seen anybody going to visit him or anything.
And judging by the house, it's very dark and sort of yellow and sort of
Yeah.
stained. And why do you think that was?
It's because he wasn't cleaning and things. His kitchen and everything, when you look in, is filled up with rubbish.
Do you think social services never sort of did that, or nothing? Anybody? Do you think he was neglected away, or what?
I think he was just went into a state of depression because, like, I knew him when he was working and he was all cheerful and things then.
What, 10,
Then-
15, 20 years ago, yeah.
It was about 10 years ago, roughly. Wait, 8 years ago. It was like 2010, 2009, roughly, that he last worked that I know of. And when you seen him then, he was always happy and smiley and things, and then once work finished, you seen him just gradually going downhill. And then you only seen him once a week, if that.
How do you think somebody could end up being dead for 3 months in their apartment without anybody knowing that you were living next to a corpse?
I couldn't say, because me, even when the weekend after I seen the blue bottles, the Monday, I went out my door and the police were there, asking when the last time I was seen him. I was sure I'd seen him not so long back.
Who
but then I
called
was,
the police?
it was Darren, the caretaker, but it was the person. Is it not 108? I think it is. They had smelt him and everything, but then being in the one bedroom flat beside theirs, right beside where this has happened, the smell was stronger because it was coming through the kitchen balcony and up to theirs. But I don't know,
I mean, it's obviously quite gory and sad,
strange-
and very sad. And what happened to him, do you know?
I don't know. I just know it was at his writing desk, or I know it was his desk. I don't know if it was a writing desk or a reading desk,
He was at his desk.
but it was at his desk when he was found.
So he died, he just died very suddenly.
Yeah. Which is strange, because as far as I knew, he was healthy and everything.
Oh. And what happened when the police what happened next? Was the place surrounded by forensic and police? And
The forensics were there for 2 days, and the police were outside, like parked up in the complex, watching the house for 2 days because they were having to wait for the body to be moved as well as the forensic side of things. But
How do you feel about the whole thing?
me myself, sad for it happening and not knowing that it'd been there that long. But I mean, I know it could happen to me.
Did the police interview you?
No, they just asked me the few questions outside when the last time I was seeing them.
Yeah.
And like I said to him, well, 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I was working night shifts, day shifts, and it was 12-hour shifts. And sometimes it was, instead of having the 3 shifts in a row, it would go night shift, day shift, night shift. So it's messing my routines up and things like that, so you get disorientated. So I think that's what just threw me off with the time scale of things.
Yeah. And when did this happen?
Oh, just before the summer.
Okay.
Just before the schools broke up for the summer holidays.
Yeah. And obviously his body must have been in a bit of a bad mess for it to be...
Yeah, I got told it was rotting away and things like that.
Can you imagine what it's like to be the person who goes in and has to take that body out, and that job of the people who go in, and especially if the conditions are not great in there, and then to have a body which has been decomposing, it's a bit of a job.
Well, it was, to start off with, they didn't even think there was a body there because of the mess of the place. And then they eventually seen him. But, I mean, I know my house isn't 100% tidy and things, but I couldn't let it get that messy if I
Have you
stayed
been
and
in?
things like that. No.
You can see through the windows, can't you?
Yeah.
And what do you think will happen to the place now?
Well, he had bought it. So it's whatever letting agency or whoever buys it back or whoever gets it back to whatever they're doing with it then.
Well, I guess it's sitting there waiting for somebody to claim, because he must have some distant family.
I don't know, I know Environmental Health came out and done the bug bombs. They've done that in there.
What's that?
Like the flea bombs, and just
Was
to
it
try and stop the bugs and things like that.
Was it bad in there, is it? Would you live there?
Well, if it was tidy, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
I
Knowing
mean,
that,
if you think about it, for the length of time the houses have been about, 1 in 10 is going to have a dead body in it, whether you know about it or not know about it. So it's just one of
I'm
them
sure
things.
maybe a few people died in this house.
Yeah, it's just
but I'm just thinking, because this is one, because it's not normal I mean, he died, I presume, of natural causes, but the fact of the way the place is and the body condition, and the fact that he was just rotting there, and then is it in the bedroom?
downstairs.
Interesting, like you'd be sitting in a room like this and knowing that was the spot where he.
Yeah.
For me, I would be like, it'd be a bit. I wouldn't be scared, but it would be a bit nervy. Not that bothers me. I don't know. There's a sort of feeling of.
Didn't bother me. I mean, I used to go into my stepdad's mum's house, and she was in an old miner's cottage, and I used to tell her, there's somebody sitting in that chair over there, and it was an old miner, and his daughter would run up and down the passageway, playing in the passageway, and he's just sitting in his rocking chair, reading a paper and smoking his pipe.
And he died.
And that's the way he died.
And you were there?
No, it was just something that I'd seen.
Oh, okay.
I'd seen their like ghost in the house.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the only one that said this.
You said earlier to me before we recorded this that you're talking to dead people. What's that about?
Well, there was times I would just sit there and talking away to friends and things, and then all of a sudden I just look away and start talking to somebody in the corner, but there's nobody there. But they can't see them, but I could. It was just like miners and things wanting to move on, but they'd something trapping them behind, and you had to sit there and talk them through things and try and convince them you're actually dead before they would actually just pass over. That's what a lot of the time is. they're trapped here just because they've got some purpose, or they're not actually sure where they're supposed to be going.
How many people have you spoken to then?
Oh, I couldn't say. I've never kept count.
Would you do it
But
often?
I used to.
Yeah. Is there anybody in here?
Well, there is people that run up and down the stairs. I think that's just animals, because it is somebody small.
What, there's animals in here?
Yeah.
Really?
Not
No,
just these two.
No, I don't mean the two cats sitting next to me. I mean, just... Are there dead animals in here?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. What?
I mean, you hear the claws going up and down the stairs, and I'm thinking, well, it can't be these, because I can see one sitting on a windowsill or one sitting across on the table and things. Well, yous are here, so what's going up and down the stairs and things?
But you can, but do you actually see these
You
cats?
see the shadow of it.
Right, I get you. But you can't obviously talk to it.
Like the animals, no.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I know I talk to these like
Yeah,
human and thing like that, but
yeah, but if they answered your back, you'd be like a bit freaked out.
yeah, I can't understand cat language. It'd be good if I could.
But so you think there's animals in here, but you also think that there's trapped people around here? Do you think?
Yeah, but like all mining communities, there is, and all underneath, there used to be flats out there, and they get knocked down because of the mine shafts underneath were collapsing. And it was a friend that used to deliver papers when he was younger in this area. He told me about them ones being there. I didn't know it myself, but you can see the stairs at the ramp gates there. You can see the stairs going towards it. There's a few steps there left.
And what do you think this man next door was trapped now? Because of
I'm not sure.
Do you think you could find that out? How would you go about finding that out?
I would need something of his so I could try and communicate to him directly rather than finding your way through other people and things.
Would you not be interested, because he died next door and he died when you were here? Not that you're responsible at all, but it's like some sort of association with it to a degree. Do you know what I mean? It'd be interesting. But could he? Is there? What happens is that do the spirits go somewhere? Do the spirits stay here? How does that work? Do you think?
Like, some of them move about, but it's normally the same area they move about. It's normally like their house, their workplace, and their local hangabout places.
What do they do?
They're just walking about, or just hanging about there. Most of them. There is the other ones that can be nasty and things.
Do they understand they're dead?
Some of them don't, which is strange because it might have just happened as a freak accident that's happened, and they're not sure what's actually
Do you think
happened
it's
to
like
them.
a goldfish scenario where they just keep repeating a moment?
Yeah, that's what it's like. It's like a trapped echo.
Where did the other spirits go, do you think?
I couldn't say. I mean,
Did
I
you
know
ever
I've done things with them and stuff like that, but
What do you speak about?
I just try and help them move on. So it's whatever their problem was, or whatever's that I work out
Have you done that?
with a few. Yeah,
How did that work?
it's
If you don't
hard.
mind?
What you sit there and like you're doing now, just sit and talking to them and try and work out what happened to them, so you can explain to them, look, this has happened to you now. This is why this has happened to you now, and you can move on. Or
And how do they find you, or how do you find them?
some of them can be aggressive, and you don't know it at the time. I mean, there's quite a few times I went to sleep and getting woke up and I was scratch marks all across my chest and everything, and I had no animals at the time.
Yes.
No. The last time it happened like that, I was in 117 along here.
Nothing's happened here
No,
apart from
just this
the man
next door.
next door.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. That's really insightful. Actually, it's just an interesting experience you've had, and just your thoughts and the association with your spirituality side and your spiritual side. And what do you call it? Is it like a psychic?
Yeah, it's psychic.
Is it psychic? Is it?
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting that, if I see you again and you know any more, talk to me about it. Thank you.